any questions about how do I work in Colombia, how do I get a job, I'm interested in moving to South America to learn Spanish, what did you do? What was your process? So I decided to make a video about how I've been able to get jobs teaching in Colombia. Now I've been in Colombia for almost 5 years and I've been teaching English for all 5 years. So this video is gonna be for certified teachers who want to work in Colombia, non-certified teachers, English speakers who would love to start teaching. I was able to teach English in Colombia because I came here as a volunteer. After volunteering for about 8 months, I was able to transition into a private school, and ever since then, I just kind of stayed teaching. I went to the States for 2 years and I ended up getting certified, and so now I'm back as a certified teacher. I'm so happy that I got my certification, but I also was very successful without one. Now, before you decide what school you want to go to, you need to understand the two calendars. Calendar A schools, they're usually the public schools, and they go from February to November, I think, around November. Calendar B schools are the ones that go from August to June, and then you get the 2-month summer. Those are usually always private schools, and private schools pay better. One advantage of private schools would be the packages. Now, I'm not gonna say how much you should be expected to make at private school before. Private schools will actually give you a good salary that you could travel and save with. A good one will give you accommodations, pay for your plane tickets, and they'll subsidize most of your health insurance. Now, those are just basic standard. You gotta know when to apply. I mean, timing is everything. With a certified teacher, you gotta start applying in October, November, because recruitment season goes from about November until February. Again, around May and June, because the principals, the directors, they wanna go on vacation knowing their job is done. And so around May, June, July, they will be pulling in people so they can have those slots filled for August. That happened to me. I thought I was leaving Colombia because I didn't have a job. I resent resumes that I was sending since back in February, and a couple days later, I got a call, I got interviewed, and then I got a job. Next thing you gotta do is, you gotta know where to look. So what I did to get a job in Bogota was literally one time I went to Google Maps, and I knew that all the private schools were or most of them were in this one part of the city. So I literally went to Google Maps and I just started applying to all the different schools that were there. And I got about 2 or 3 interviews from that. So it ended up working out quite well. You gotta get creative with sending your resume. Some of these schools make it easy. They go, hey, apply here, send us your email, send us your resume here, and it's super easy. Others, you have to really search. You gotta know who to send it to. Gestión Humana is one of the people that you can send your resume to. They sent me an email to where I needed to apply to, and that day I got contacted. The next day I had an interview. This is the school in Cali. And yeah, it just picked up from there. If you're afraid to come down here, you don't know a lot of Spanish, you just need a little bit of support, try finding a volunteer program. A lot of the people that I know that have transitioned to private schools, they ended up starting off as volunteers. Volunteer programs will help you with housing, you have a support system, you have friends that you already can be connected to, and so a lot of stress is taken off because of that. That's what happened to me. Try it that way, and then use some of these other tips to transition into a private school when you're done. If you don't want to do a volunteer program, just get here and start meeting people. There's private tutoring companies like in Bogota and Medellin that you can get a job for. They'll give you a working visa. But for me, knowing people and passing them my resume has been the way that I've gotten lucky with jobs. The job that I'm at now, it's my 2nd year, and the reason why I have this job was because my friend I met when we were volunteers was like, oh yeah, you're coming to visit me? Let me drop by the school. Any tips that you would like to share, feel free to leave them down below. If you guys honestly have any questions, I am here to answer them. All right, bye.